All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people of also freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information on all the activities happening in Biafran territory. So stay tuned and do not forget to always join us on this wonderful YouTube platform to get all the broadcasts from the Prime Minister of the Biafran government in SI in the person of Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoku, where he, drops some important information to Biafrans. Here is where you get those first-hand information from the Prime Minister himself and every activities happening in Biafran territory. We are in the forefront of giving you these informations as it is hot. But meanwhile, make we talk wetin dey happen for Biafran land today because a lot of thing is happening and um we know in the zoo that today is their democracy day. The Prime Minister Simon Èkpá earlier stated that there is no democracy day celebration in Biafran land. We've celebrated our own Heroes Day, which was last month, and we are not celebrating another one today. So Biafran land is as busy, as possible. Everybody is going on their normal business as if, nothing is happening. Their celebration, should be happening in their country, which is their thing. Let them do their thing. But they shouldn't bring their celebration and make it compulsory, to Biafrans in Biafran land. But meanwhile, in Ala Krola President Jagabano Kutunala, as the viral video has been circulating of, the president tripping off and falling down. Yes, anybody is subject to falling down. It could happen to anybody, but that is not the issue because some of you, might actually want to tackle the fact that anybody could fall. But in this contest, I'm taking it out of the whole context of just falling down, and I'm bringing it to the context of when you continue to trample on innocent Biafrans who haven't committed any crime. Because, we're still seeing the same thing that we saw in Buhari's regime, where innocent Biafrans were killed on daily basis in this regime of Tinubu. Just 1 year, and then we are seeing a lot of things from this man. Innocent Biafrans are being killed on daily basis. Yes, the ground will definitely fight against you because the ground can never be against those who did not commit any crime. And one thing we know about Igbo land or Allah Shirik, Allah Bofu, and Allah, the very powerful. The ground is very powerful. He's seen as a deity on his own, but that is not the issue. The issue is this particular broadcast that we are about them to play for all Biafrans to know, to know our stance concerning the Biafran struggle. A lot of issues were actually addressed in this video that you are about to watch. So while you are enjoying watching this video, do not forget to also share this particular broadcast to as many groups and to as many platforms as possible so that Biafrans all over the world, we know and we follow up what is happening in Biafran land. Enjoy.
Yes.
Pastor Vam, you are welcome. Biafrans all over the world, lovers of freedom, you all are highly welcome to this very live presentation. We are live and direct. Me and my brother, Pastor Vam, we have come here to do the needful this very evening. We are not going to waste your time because we have gathered a lot of evidences to nail the damnable zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Therefore, without any further hesitation, let me welcome you, my beloved brother, Mazi Ralph Ajere, aka Pastor Vam Vam Vam. Please take the microphone.
Thank you, Mwachineke. Thank you, Ikukunoweya. Ezibute Mwachineke. I greet you. I greet you, lovers of freedom. I greet you, fellow Biafrans, everywhere you are watching us from tonight. We have come with a double barrel collabo tonight to sniff life out of the enemies of Biafra, to stop them before they even encroach our neighborhood. We have come with evidences that we nail them permanently and perpetually. Mazin Namdekano told us that the highest and the most potent weapon is the truth. And it is with this truth that he finished them. And that truth is still coming out, and we are going to use this truth to completely eradicate every enemies of righteousness, because the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom is enemy. They are enemies of righteousness. They are enemies of justice. They are enemies of truth, and they are not supposed to continue. And that's why myself and my beloved brother are here tonight to nail them completely. And you are all welcome. Please, wherever you're watching us from, make sure you are inviting someone. Tell them that it is happening here live. If there's anything left of them, if there's any candle, because we have switched off their light, most of the time they try to on candle, on panaka, we are going to make sure that remaining light, we switch it off completely. They will gloom in darkness until they completely perish out of the face of Eloi on Imea. You are all welcome.
We have, of course, gathered enough evidences to nail them. Of course, Vam Vam Vam, I salute you. Moving forward, I want to acknowledge, of course, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Èkpá. Wherever you are in your location, I say, may the hand of Chukwokika Biama be upon you for the great work you are doing for the restoration of the kingdom of Chukwokika Biama here on planet Earth. I also want to acknowledge all Biafrans who have gathered here to listen to the gospel of Chukwokika Biama Bineligwe. I welcome all of you. I may not have to go to the comment section to mention your names one after the other, but we are here to say you are highly welcome. Please, once you are here, endeavor to do the needful by liking and, of course, sharing this very live presentation. As we welcome you, please welcome others, because this very gospel must be preached, and, of course, the whole world must listen. Now, without further ado, Pastor Vam Vam Vam, I will first of everything we are going to do today will be based on video evidences, and we are going to dissect them one by one. So I want to bring the first video to the screen, but before then, do you still have one more preambles so that we move?
Yes, Mwachineke, I really appreciate you, and I will not fail to tell you thank you for holding the line. And when Mazin Namdekano said, we that have been following should maintain our position, people like you have kept that fire burning and have kept it alive. And I want to appreciate you very strongly and in a very special way. And Biafrans who love the truth and know those that stand by truth, you see them always paying attention and listening. And then we know very well that when the time of reckoning, the days of reckoning comes, you will never lose your reward. And fellow Biafrans, those that have made sure that this gospel is going to the places it is supposed to go to, every one of us will never lose our reward. In that prayer, Mazin Namdekano prayed. He said, we are going to dance on the streets. We are going to worship Chukwokika Biama. We are going to gather in Arochukwu and praise the Most High God. That expectation, when I think about it, when I imagine it, I say, wow, what a glorious moment it will be. None of you will be left out. And that is why I pity those that are falling by the wayside, or those that have deliberately been fighting to make sure this doesn't happen. You are hitting your legs against the bricks, because there's no way you can stop this from happening. This is an ordained, plan of God to restore his people, and it is going to happen. And that's why we're here. And anything that will be a hindrance, it will go down the grave. It will be buried completely. So tonight, please gather here together and let us open your eyes once more and let us bury the leftover of the zoo. And that's why we're here. We're going to do that. Thank you, Mwachineke. We move.
And that's why we are here. We're going to do that. Of course, I don't want to talk too much. Let us delve straight into the matter of the day. We will be dissecting the criminal senators that gathered in the house of a place where they call the House of Assembly, or the Senate House of the Zoo, to rant and talk all manner of rubbish against Muchineke, against those who are also fighting for their freedom and the freedom of their upcoming generation. We will be talking about them today during the course of this very live broadcast. But before then, let us first of all watch this very video. And Pastor Vam, after watching this video, we are going to utilize only but 2 minutes to dissect it, and then we move to the senator's segment.
Ma n'ụzọ na-aga Obolafọ, ịrapụ Ihaka Junction, so esighị ebe a wee wapụ, anọrọzi ebe a agbapụgo, esighị ebe a wee wara ọsọ. Ị na-anyị ga-ahụ na onwerezi ihe dị ebe a. Ịrapụ Ihaka Junction, ị na-aga Trailer Park Obolafọ, ị ga-afụ ka ebe niile si wee dị kịta. Anọrọzi otu a ka o si dị. Ebe nke ahụ, ebe ọzọ, another checkpoint nke nọ na Ọba Boys, ebe ndị na command checkpoint Ọba awago, ndị agha awatọgo.
Okwu na-efe m arụ. Vam otu ị na-ene m anya, okwu na-efe m arụ okuku. I don't actually know how to talk. Please, what do you have to say about this latest development?
Who say men no day? Who say fear no day? Make you put body now. Actually, them say they get power. Why they know they put body? Did you see the way they pack sand as if they are in former USSR war? As if you are in Goma War or Boma War or Vietnam War, where they put sand where soldiers are fighting war. Those are the kind of things you see in war fronts, where soldiers put sand to block bullets. On a highway that is meant for the citizens of Biafra. They come out every day and soldiers are on the streets. Now we have told them to pack and go. They thought it was a joke. Today, what is playing out? Let them come now. And I am happy that they advised themselves and left with their lives. I am happy that they advised themselves and left with their lives. If there is anyone that say they have double head, they should come and put body. Put body again. Everywhere in Biafra land must be like that. They must desert everywhere they have been mounting all their roadblocks. You can see them. Tell me, is there no security in Biafra land? Is there terrorism in Biafra land? There's no terrorism. There's no banditry. So ask me, fellow Biafrans, what were they doing there in the first place? Look at how they littered bags of sand on the road that they refused to do for us. The road that is looking like 1860 road. Yet, they make life miserable for Biafrans. But today, there's a new sheriff in town, and if them say they know they hear, now you can see them they hear. Is there any Biafran that will not be happy with this particular happening right now? That they can freely go where they are going to freely and come back freely. They will not be harassed anymore by terrorist army. Not anymore. Gone are the days when you will be coming to that checkpoint. Before, what you used to see is you see Biafrans crossing with their hands on their head. But today, no more. No more. Thanks to Chukwu Kabiama and the Biafran Republic government in exile and the de facto government that are doing the needful. Thank you, Mwachineke.
Thank you. Thanks to Chukwu Kabiama and, of course, the Biafra Republic government in exile and the de facto government in homeland that are doing the needful. You can see, we told them that we do not want to see any terrorist checkpoint in Biafra land anymore. This is the message. And of course, that very message remains like that until the total restoration of Biafra in our own time. Because something that amazes me is that these terrorists in uniform called the Zoo Janjaweed, I have a question for them. Are they not aware that the so-called bandits and terrorists are wreaking havoc in the northern part of the Zoological Republic? Why there is no any checkpoint in the northern part of the zoo? There is no checkpoint in Kaduna. There is no checkpoint in Zamfara. Imagine Zamfara has no checkpoint. Zamfara of all people. No checkpoint. I have a video, maybe.
Did you see the video I sent to you?
Yes, I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Maybe we are going to touchlight it before the end of the broadcast. Yeah. I saw it. Imagine. Thousands of citizens are being massacred each and every day in Zamfara State, Borno State, Meduguri, Gongola, Yola, Niger, Mena, Kaduna, Kano, Sokoto, everywhere. Then coming down to the Middle Belt, you have people being chased out of their family houses in Benue State and Kogi. Yet nobody is talking about it. These criminals are not going there to chase the Fulani herdsmen terrorists, but they come to Biafra land to set up checkpoints each and everywhere, extorting money from innocent passerby, innocent citizens of Biafra. Anywhere we catch you, Woto will be your name. All right, Pastor Vam, we have another video. Let us now delve into the segment of the criminals in the name of senators, and let's hear from them, and we take it off from there.
Nigeria is a banana republic. Every Monday, what happens is this: a few miscreants come out, shoot and kill one or two people, and run away, and video it and send across the whole of the Southeast the matter concerning someone who is a dual citizen of Nigeria and Finland, staying in Finland, giving orders that you don't understand why people should accept it here. I have also had interaction with the Finnish embassy, and in fact, the United Nations head in Nigeria, who is from Finland. And what she told me was, it is a government-to-government interaction that will lead to a resolution of this because as a citizen of Finland, that he has a right to express his opinion. But I can tell you, my dear colleagues, each and every one of us has suffered greatly from what is happening in the Southeast. They attacked me. There's nobody they have not tried to intimidate. But we cannot be intimidated because we are in a country that has rule of law.
Hey.
All right, Pastor Van Van Van, please. I have a question for you concerning this very idiot man. You see, back in the days, we used to respect this man called Abaribe so much. We used to pay in fact, we used to pay homage to this very stupid element. But Manandi Boturino say, Nisi emego kyote sekwe, isi emego ngara, anuno ebe ya. Ndị Botukurinu si, na ọ na-abụ asọkata eze anya, ekpulu nkata n'isi wee gwa ya okwu. Now, this man called Abaribe, as much as we respected him back in the days, because we thought that he was all for Biafra, even though he was serving the zoo as a Nigerian senator. We have we had something the other day from the PM that the reason why he stood shorty for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was for Mazi Nnamdi because they planned it. All the caucus, exactly. All the Igbo, so-called Igbo elites, they all planned it together. And Senator Abaribe volunteered himself to stand shorty for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back in the day, back then in 2017, in order for them to eliminate him, which we saw the Operation Python dance. So now this man can no longer control his frustration because not just that they failed to eliminate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back then, but since they succeeded in kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the renditioning him to the zoo ordinarily, all of a sudden, someone that they never expected to come up after bribing the criminals in the DOS to destroy and quench the fire. They never expected that Mazi Samanekpa would have come up to spearhead the, this agitation. So the frustration is now written on their faces and we can see it. Mazi Van Van Van, please. Do you have anything to tell this man? Because he said a lot of things. I don't want to pinpoint a particular thing that he said. Please, go ahead. Just talk to Biafrans about this man.
Thank you very much. The very first thing that came out from that video, from the mouth of the third person in the Zoological Republic, which is the Senate president, he said Nigeria is a banana republic.
Banana republic.
And there's a post I made that said Nigeria is a banana republic, and indeed, and this man that was sponsored, if you go and listen to that video where they gathered there, the video is about 50 minutes. The first person that spoke there admitted that they were sponsored to gather there and have that particular gang up to see how.
Sorry, Vam, sorry. Yeah. Just a second.
Nigeria is banana republic. Nigeria is banana republic. Nigeria is banana republic.
Go ahead.
Nigeria is a banana republic. And the Abaribe monkey made the Republic of Banana.
Yes.
The monkey. So what am I talking about? They were sponsored. And it also shocked me to know that the places where the banditry and terrorism is highly, operational, were those that actually sponsored them to come and have that agreement on what they can see they could do to get our prime minister. A senator from Bauchi, senators from Borno were there sponsoring this particular gang up against the prime minister. And one thing they fail to understand is that whenever you gang up against this dragon, you increase the flames of the dragon. You give him more power. You amber his potential of dismantling the zoo. He is the finisher. He is the finisher. And look at this Okoko. Look at this idiot. Now, just like you rightly said, that he was also in cahoot with other governors when
A government.
Go ahead, please. Sorry.
Okay. He was also in cahoot with other governors when they supposedly said they shorty for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because it was all planned out to eliminate our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they forgot to even go and ask their crystal ball that this man has 9 lives. You cannot take him. He always evolves. He is a divine project that can never be abandoned. So every plan they planned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it all failed. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who was even at that point thinking that this man meant well, he did a video, which I am sure you must have seen that video, where he said that these people forget about what do you call it, bail condition or whatever, what do you call it, the shorty, that they didn't do anything, because even as a senator, according to their law, he's not supposed to be able to do that thing of bail condition as a senator, according to their law. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu eventually knew their game plan. And look at him here. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in the dungeon. And this man is here, who is a man who is supposed, from when we thought he was a human being, we thought he's somebody that went to school, somebody that understands, somebody that have wisdom. But look at what he's saying. He is thinking of how they can do to our prime minister what they did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and failed. What they did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and failed, he is planning to do it on our prime minister. Tell me, how do you ever think he will succeed? And you know how beautiful it is? These things are playing out in the open, and Biafrans have seen them. Biafrans can watch. And I know that the way Biafrans have seen this video now, they have now understood that this man is worse than Lucifer. This man is worse than that is a demon. For you to be even standing amongst enemies of Biafra, to be saying all these things about the prime minister. At a point, this same prime minister had so much respect for this Abaribe. Remember when we want to talk about Abaribe, sometimes our prime minister will say, no, don't go there, leave Abaribe. Sometimes our prime minister, when he's talking about other senators, he will say, of course, exemption of Abaribe. Our prime minister says that sometimes when we thought he was a human being, but today we can see his colors playing out. You can see him talking about that miscreants. They do this, they video it. And when they video it, they send it everywhere. Can you imagine the nonsense that this one is saying? This man is talking about. Lying from the pit of hell. Biafrans, he knows, are sitting at home voluntarily. I told him in one of the programs, I said, if you want to prove that the people doing this thing, they just video it and send that they are not mean, they cannot do any harm, why not go and pay for shops in Ariaba, open business in Ariaria, and go there and trade on Monday? That's the only thing where you can prove that these people are just putting fear in people. They record it and then they send it, and then people are afraid. Go and pay for shop, or you are the senator now. Go there, use your veto power. Go and open one line and open the business there. If we hear Maggie. Thank you, my beloved brother.
Thank you. There's something he said. He said something that, okay, before that, Pastor Van Van Van, at least for clarity's sake, for any anybody who will doubt what we are saying about this criminal Abaribe, please, is there any way we can, is there any way or is there anything that will, make us again to believe at least 1% of whatever Abaribe could do or give to us based on him standing shorty for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and now planning to kidnap Mazi Simon Ekpa? Can we now say that Abaribe, of course, we know that Igbo politicians are the brain behind the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So it is not obvious and open to everybody that Abaribe is among those that kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and in fact, not just among those, but at the forefront of the gangsters that mastered the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because how can you shorty the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu if there was no any plan to eliminate him? And then you are now planning, or you are now at the forefront of those planning to kidnap his disciple. Can you buy Jesus Christ and save Peter? Is it possible?
It's not. It's not. And the funny thing is that what you will ask this man is this: Shebi, this is a man that people would say, and he put money to save Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he knew when they were asking him those days, go and produce Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all those, charade they were doing. He said this man was free and he went to kill him, he escaped. And the same man that escaped for his life, which you try to defend on various newsrooms when they ask you question, the same man was kidnapped from Kenya. And right now he is in the dungeon illegally. What has Abaribe ever said about this? Has Abaribe ever said anything about the notorious kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The same man he stood shorty for. He hasn't said anything to show you the fakeness of that shorty, to show you the fakeness of this man. All he will say here is that if you listen to the full speech he made there, he said he went and meet whether it was a reverend, a big pastor, then he met with the Guremado, and they all gathered themselves and they have gone to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them that Mazi Simon Ekpá is the one that is enforcing sit at home, that Simon Ekpá doesn't have his order. In fact, I ask myself, why is this man so lying like this? He even resorted to lying, something that not even a Jofo could boldly even say, that people, you see him always saying that Nnamdi Kanu is against Simon Ekpá, but he has not boldly come out on a press news to say it because you know it's a lie. Out of which some of those subliminal ones that Jofo did are some of the things that I am sure led to his sack, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu obviously have been advised that Simon Ekpá have distanced him from whatever he is doing. Simon Ekpá have distanced him, and I've said that whatever I am doing, it is on my own instinct, my own prompting, and if you do not release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I will continue. He is the only one that will ask me to stop, and I will stop. He has said this several times. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no power to speak to me right now from that dungeon, except he is free. He has always said that. And then this idiot came to lie that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told him that it is Simon Ekpá that is enforcing sit at home, that he did not give him the order. That Simon Ekpá, and now this same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are telling people that he told you, he is still there in the dungeon. A kidnapped man, a man that was kidnapped, is still there. You are not even talking about the evil committed against him. All you are interested in is how to stop Simon Ekpá and stop sit at home.
Abaribe mmiri eriela gị onye agwala amalogo. Now, one more word that I have for you, Senator Eninneya criminal Abaribe, is that, like as I said before, you cannot in any way save Jesus and send Peter to judgment. It does not happen. Such a thing cannot happen. That means you are a hypocrite. Abaribe, you are a hypocrite. Because you portrayed to the people your willingness to save Jesus Christ while at the same time buying Peter. So that means you are a hypocrite. It is now open. It has been made open. This is very simple. It's very open now, and the whole world can see. Now, moving forward, he said that someone who is a dual citizen of Finland and the zoo, Senator Abaribe, I just want to let you know, in case you don't know, maybe you were not aware, maybe you were not informed. Mazi Simon Èkpá, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, has officially and legally denounced his citizenship with Zoological Republic.
Exactly.
He has denounced it publicly and otherwise. We watched the video. Nothing was a charade. It was done on video.
Yes.
We all saw it. So that one he must know, because he said somebody who is a dual citizenship of zoo and whatever, it's not like that. Mazi Simon Èkpá, even if you want to talk about dual citizenship, you will talk about Finland and Biafra citizen. It has nothing to do with the Zoological Republic. Now, moving to the next segment, let me bring another video on screen from the same criminal elements that claim to be senators representing all parts of the Zoological Republic, especially those who come from Biafra land. Now, Pastor Vam Vam Vam, let us please watch this.
This one.
The solution. Your solution, not group of hoodlums. These are group of cabals, or may I call it group that are obedient to Sam Eba. They have their head in every state in the southeast.
Pastor Vam Vam Vam, are you not happy that they are the one telling our own story? They have made our job so easy.
I'm telling you. They're making the job very easy for us.
Okay, let's continue first.